Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 2020 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray Coupe. Now this has 1,265 horsepower, 1,088 pounds-feet of torque from a 7.4 litre twin turbocharged V8 engine. The car itself now weighs 2,911 pounds, has off-road tyres, all-wheel drive and off-road suspension, and it can earn in 0 to 60 in 1.650 seconds, 0 to 103.529 seconds, and go to a top speed of 267 miles an hour. Not that we'll be getting up to anywhere near that kind of speed, but yeah, we had the ZR1 from the previous generation on a while ago, and that did really rather well for a track-focused car. So let's see what this mid-engined newer variant can do. I'm not sure if that mid-engined layout is going to make it much difference in terms of what you can do in off-road capability, but it might well make it a bit more controllable. But yeah, it's got a hell of a lot more power than we had originally. This had just under 500 horsepower in stock form, so yeah, more than twice of the power it had originally. I'll obviously have to deal with all-wheel drive, off-road tyres, off-road suspension and the off-road elements itself. But as we have seen from several cars on this series so far, just because the car is not necessarily meant to be dealing with this kind of stuff does not mean it will be slow. The Toyota Supra RZ was ridiculously quick in the previous episode, so let's see if this can be any quicker. Well, that RZ was a little bit of a handful to drive, because yeah, that had even more power than this, it had more than 1,600 horsepower. But I think because it had so much acceleration, despite being a little bit, unruly, is one reason why it was so quick. Looks like the whole has been a little bit smoother though to start with. Still clipping a couple of walls, but nothing out of the ordinary. Managing the all-wheel drive fine. The power does not seem to be overwhelming the grip as well, thankfully. It's always a worry with a high-powered vehicle on this series. It's just not going to have the grip on the off-road elements to deal with all the power it's got, which means it either is hard to drive or throws a lot of the power away. This has been really rather controllable, to be honest, and it's managed a time of 1 minute 57.878, so it's slightly quicker than the Toyota in fact, and it's only ever so slightly behind the only other car from 2020 that we have on this game, the Koenigsegg Jesko. It's literally less than 0.005 of a second behind, and slightly ahead of the Toyota Supra RZ by nearly 0.1 of a second, and it's also ahead of the TVR Cerberus B12, Koenigsegg CC GT, McLaren F1 GT, the ATS GT, the Bugatti Divo, the Honda Civic RS, and it pushes the Hoonigan Ford Bronco out of the top 10, which it wasn't there for very long, to be honest. But yeah, and that means it's the third fastest car that we've had on this series, not just behind the Koenigsegg Jesko, but also the long-time leader of this series, the Porsche 911 GT1 Stratus version. So yeah. But highly controllable car this, even if it wasn't, the quickest of vehicles in terms of acceleration and top speed. It was so manageable that it was really not making all that many mistakes during the run of the course there. So yeah, not spectacular in terms of how it was driving, but controllable and efficient, and able to use its power enough to make a really good time, even if it wasn't spectacular in terms of getting there. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.